Has been a very eye-opening, very exciting to see countries coming forth, member states of the ILO actually coming with commitments to this conference. Actually, we are actually excited as South Africa for the ILO having to choose us in Africa to bring the conference here to South Africa, because this is Africa Month, by the way. We are on the 25th of this month. It will be Africa Day, so it's a whole month-long program of Africa Month, and we are excited because this is a children's, it's about the children, and the future of our children is about child labor. And South Africa, from the 29th to the 5th, 29th of May to the 5th of June, will be also having a Children's Week, where we actually advocate and we actually campaign and actually exposes children to issues that are actually either dangerous or harmful to them, and therefore expose them to a whole range of other possibilities. That because in South Africa there are legislations that are there that protects our children. Among others, by the way, it is actually illegal for anybody or any company to employ the services of children between the ages of 7 to 15 years. So you can be arrested because of our legislations. We are also, as South Africa, a signatory to the conventions of the ILO that talks to children, and actually any form of child labor, we are participating, we are party to that. It is very encouraging to have listened to some of the panelists, actually from different African countries, committing to the elimination of actually child labor. But notwithstanding the fact that we were doing well so far before COVID, and in 2020 COVID happened, and in South Africa in particular, I think we are the least affected. Not that we are out of the woods yet. We still do have children whom we might not necessarily be able to account for, who are either find themselves in areas of child labor. We are trying at all costs to make sure that, even through our Department of Employment and Labor, to make sure that our inspectors, when they do inspections in companies and in other services, they must be able to check that. We have done that. We have been able to also clamp down on some companies where we found that there is the possibility of human trafficking and child labor, where we find especially women having been locked into a factory without water, without food, and some children. And so those people, I must say to you, they've since been arrested. And I think they are more than 3 years now being held in custody because they were not necessarily adhering to the labor laws of South Africa. So we are doing our utmost best as South Africa to make sure that there is no child who is left behind. And among others, you should be aware of the fact that in our country, in South Africa, we are helping those indigent families. We give them stipend per child. Anyone child who's at school from the ages of 7 to 18 who is at school, they attend free schools, they get a meal at school, and when they've passed matric and wherever they go, be it any institution of higher learning, they are actually able to be subsidized by government, actually through our NSFAS program, where it gives indigent children the opportunity to go to university for free. And actually some of our programs, we do have programs of government, like Funza Lushaka is a bursary scheme for teachers. We pay for everything of a child. If you are wanting to be a teacher, you are from a family background of those who cannot afford, the government pays for your tuition. We even give you a stipend. We pay for everything, and your residence for that matter. So our government has actually achieved more based on what we are talking about now.